Yo,
we back in this thing, man.
We back out here.
Shout out
WaveCast.
Yo, shout out WaveCast. Today we got a special guest.
Shout out.
That's one for the times. If y'all ain't heard it, check out Sneakers 713 Sound, SoundCloud, YouTube. That shit bang. But
all that. And that other song, shoot, I don't even remember what it was called, but I've been singing it a lot.
Yeah, the man's a vibe. The man's a vibe.
Yo,
so
hey, I just want to say real quick too, man. I'm on a podcast with my homies, man. Y'all too, man. Y'all the goats and y'all's on rights. You feel me? Y'all got some dope ass music too. So you know, so
that's a band, man. That's a band. All right, so today is gonna be a interesting podcast. We're gonna be talking about relationships, relationships. You know, we're gonna talk about how to do it right and how we've done it wrong and the mistakes you can avoid. So, you know, just to kick things off, you know, Ike, we usually say everything starts with ourselves, man. You know, it all starts with ourselves. That's like the biggest thing that you know, our channel is, you know, gearing towards. You know, when it comes to relationship, bro, what are some key fundamentals, you know, to keep in mind?
Man, I'm gonna keep it $8,000.
Let's hear it.
Like
8,000.
I still have not figured this stuff out.
That's 1,000. That's 8,000. Right there.
Shoot, like, but I can tell you where I'm at in my journey, and it's definitely farther than I've ever been in my entire life.
Right.
So that,
right.
You feel me?
Right.
And the thing I realized was exactly what you said. Like, it's all about cultivating the relationship with yourself first. Like, you gotta be, I'm not saying you gotta be like perfect, you know what I'm saying? But like, you gotta be so good with yourself, and you gotta know yourself so well that you know what you want, or like you'll know what you want when you find it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
And you won't accept anything less. You feel me? Because once you start accepting less, once you start settling and stuff, that trickles down into many areas of life, which leads to a generally unhappy life. Like, once I stopped settling with anything, like I was like, I'm not settling with nothing. I'm not doing no job I don't like. I'm not dating no chick I don't like. I'm not just doing anything that like does not resonate with me. Like, once I got to that point, my standards they hit the roof. You feel me? And
right.
Like, I'm yeah. And right. It made me so much happier myself that it's like anything extra would just be a compliment to my life. Like, I wouldn't need a woman. Like, it would be more like she complimented my life. You feel me?
Right. And if she ever did some shit that you ain't fuck with, you can easily just be like, I don't fuck with that. I can cut you out and keep doing my thing. You know?
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. But like, I would first, you know, I'd like to, like, let me not say talk about it, but like, if there was something wrong, if there was a conflict, of course, like, you try to sort it out first. But if I see there's no way of sorting it out on like my end, you know, I'll just leave it to the devices of the universe and keep living my life, because I'll be having fun as fuck with myself.
Exactly. Bro, that's such a big thing, dog. My dog Ike fucking loves his damn life, man. His blessed life. Excuse me. That man loves his life, bro. Man. That man loves his life. So it's like, if you can learn to love your own life and love what you do on a day-to-day basis, you know, which comes from what they call passions. We talked about that before. You know, you won't need no one, so you won't accept, you know, anybody doing anything that, you know, ain't to your highest good. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
AJ, I'd like to hear, you know, one of the biggest lessons you learned, you know, about real relationships, you know, that you can give.
Yeah, you know, I think relationships are cool. Me personally, what I learned is, like, you know, when like rappers back in the day, it was always like, you know, money over bitches, you know, get to the money and shit.
Right.
You know, I realized, like, it's funny, right? But like, I think there's some truth to that. Like, I think honestly, like at this stage of our lives, I think it's really, you know, when people be like, focus on yourself. I think that's really the goal, like especially at this age, because like we got so much potential. It's like you might as well just you know, work on yourself, and then like, you know, if you're trying to get into a relationship, I mean, down the road you'll find the perfect person. But I think our generation getting to that point now, we get it now. Like we should just like, we should all like, especially nowadays with all the tools we got, we should all just be on our grinds. You feel me?
Wow, man. Have truer words ever been spoken? Have truer words ever been spoken? Oh my God.
Oh, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
I feel that.
Yeah, but no, what you think though?
Man, I'm with that 1,000%, dog, because, you know, I've been in a place where, you know, I got out of a time in my life where I was low to myself, you know, and not truly understanding myself, and not truly understanding my worth. You know, my life wasn't at a place where, you know, what Ike is talking about, where you can love what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I was doing something that I didn't love. You know, I was working a job that I didn't like, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, the vision was bleak, you know, outlook was negative, you feel me? And, you know, I met someone, and I just allowed them to treat me way worse than I should ever be treated. You feel me? And, you know, through that suffering, which here's another thing, you know, here's another thing, another gem. You know, if you're in a relationship, you should always seek to learn something, man. Facts. Always seek to learn something. There's always something you can learn based on someone that you chose to get in a relationship with. You know, if you can take that ego step out, why did I get in this relationship? What's going on in the relationship? What is there for me to learn? You know what I'm saying? You know, and then just through that learning process, through the pain, like, I'm not even gonna lie, that shit would hurt. You know what I'm saying? I was disrespecting myself and allowing someone else to disrespect me, which disrespected me even more. And I feel like I lost myself in a way. You know, I lost a good grip on who I am and what I'm about. And, you know, just through that pain, I was able to cultivate self-worth. You know what I'm saying? Because there came a point where it was like, yo, you know, I can't be doing this, bro. Like, I feel like shit, you know, this is not working. This is not it for me. And, you know, slowly but surely, I put up them boundaries. And, like, once them boundaries got set up and there's no way you're crossing these boundaries, man, it felt so much better. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just feels so much better, because it's like a person will do something that they thought was okay to do before, but now that you got that boundary and you're like, nah, you're not gonna do that, like, I'm good. And then you learn how to come back into your own space, your own energy. You know what I'm saying? Do things that you enjoy and bring life to yourself. Man, can't nothing beat that, bro. And, you know, I really like the idea of what Jay was talking about, how we got so many tools in 2020. I know that ain't even what we talking about, this relationships, but man, we do got so many tools in 2020 in order to be on our motherfucking grind, you know, on our motherfucking grind. So, you know, it sounds like a big deal of what we're talking about is like not to even get too caught up in trying to look for a relationship, huh?
Because I realize that stuff comes really naturally. Because at the end of the day, we're all humans, and each and every one of us, well, at least the vast majority of us, like, we trying to connect, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Man. Hey, can we highlight that, bro? Can we highlight that? I'm trying to highlight that, man.
So at the end of the day, like, that stuff's gonna happen, you know what I'm saying? Like, somehow, some way, you just gonna be living life. You know, you're gonna come across a little thing, you're gonna be like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Thank you, God.
Thank you, God.
But yeah, man. And like, once I stopped taking it so serious, like, oh man, you know, I gotta be with somebody for I don't even know why, you know what I'm saying?
Right, bro, it's because that's what we're fucking fed, bro.
You feel me, dog?
We're fed that shit.
Once I realized that we all just out here living our own life experiences, nobody owns anybody, nobody is the possessor of somebody else.
Wow.
Like, we just all out here just living life. And if we happen to cross paths, we just enjoy those moments. We just enjoy those times we cross paths, and our vibrations, you know, are conducive to each other. And like, you know, enjoy that stuff. And if that stuff falls apart, if the vibrations start messing up, then, you know, just move on. You know, keep on your journey. She gonna keep on her journey. And, you know, we just experiencing. We just here living the movie of our lives. You feel me? Like,
that was poetic.
Yeah. What you think, Jay? What you think about all this?
Yeah, man, we living the movie of our lives. It's just like a movie.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, it's best to live it like a movie, man.
It's in 3D.
It's more than 3D, bro. All them damn thoughts and shit, bro. This shit 4D, 5D. We got vision.
Definitely,
you know
5D.
What I'm saying? It's definitely 5D, right? This shit wild. This shit wild. But yeah, man. All right, so, you know, we don't want to be looking for no relationship. You know, we want that shit to naturally manifest. You know, and then as a relationship does naturally manifest, you know, one big thing that I've learned is when you're in a relationship, you want to make sure that you keep your individual self intact, man. It can be so easy to, you know, because you quote unquote combine with that person, you know, like your lives intertwine in so many different ways, you know, y'all talking often, you know what I'm saying? And it can be, you know, it can be very easy to lose track of your own individual self, you know. But the truth of what I've learned is that you have to be able to take them days, man. Take them days where you are damn near by yourself, you know, just like you were when you're single. You feel me? Because what has happened for me is like when I'm around that person, you know, it can give me so much energy and like I love it, and like it just comes to the point where I just want to be with that person all the damn time, you know. But it's like if something bad goes on and I come back to myself, my individuality, I don't want to get to feeling like something's missing, you know.
Facts.
I want to keep that feeling of like whenever I come back to myself, I'm whole. You know what I'm saying? I'm whole.
You wanna know how I figured that out?
Let's hear it.
Or what helped me with that? Like, I realized the whole universe is a continuous dance between the masculine and the feminine, the giving and receiving. You know what I'm saying? So like that's really the essence of everything. So if you can give and receive to yourself, it's like you kind of feel, how do I say this? Feel that void. You know what I'm saying? That you like crave another human. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, like, bro, I'm gonna need this to be explained, bro. I'm gonna need this to be explained because that void is a real thing, bro. That void is a real thing
too. Yes, because like I know there used to be times like when I wasn't, and this I realized why this was the case, why I felt this void. It's because I really didn't have a path. I didn't have anything that like gave me joy that came from me. Like everything that gave me joy was outside of myself. You know what I'm saying? Like everything that gave me joy was like, you know, some nice titties and ass.
Right.
And I was just like, don't get me wrong, they still give me joy, like, well, you know, but I realized, yo, like I still have to cultivate that same joy within myself. So once I learned to nurture myself, once I learned to nourish myself, you know what I mean? Once I learned to like give myself gifts, you feel me? Like it's like I feel that like I felt like I was doing like both roles, not in a sexual way, but just like in a just in an energetic way. Like I felt whole, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
And I realized I could in times when I was one deep, I could easily rely on myself to fulfill myself. And once I realized that I have the time, once I found what I love to do, and I realized that I had the time of my life, like it low key, like it got to a point where I was like, this chick really gotta like, she gotta be something for me to like really spend effort and time on her outside of you know, I just see her and she fine and I talk to her for a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, but if I want to like actually invest in a woman, if I want to actually like spend copious amounts of time with a woman,
there it is. It's not a buzzword,
like,
man.
I'm like, she gotta, I don't know, I just feel like she gotta at least bring what I feel like I'm bringing, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right,
I mean,
man,
like
that's
the
so
level
huge.
of value, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
yes,
that's
bro.
it, man.
What you think about that, Jay?
No, it's just dope, for real. I'm just soaking up some of that game, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, and there's some motherfucking drip drop, you know what I'm saying? There's them waves, man. Shit. All right, so basically a lot of what I just heard was, in order to fill that void, which we all have, I feel like, man, I only know me, you know what I'm saying? I got that shit. My dog Ike just said he got that shit. Jay, you got that shit?
Got that what? That drip drop? Hell yeah.
Nah, that void, bro. That void, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, everybody does.
There you go. There you go. Shit. It sounds like the way to fill that void, man, is to have your own path, have some self-giving joy. You gotta learn to nurture and nourish yourself, give yourself gifts, and get to a place to where you can easily rely on yourself to fulfill yourself. You know,
absolutely.
A lot of what you said is like loving what you're doing, you know. So we've talked about that in further podcasts, you know, podcasts in the past of, you know, how you can go about finding some shit that you love to do. But it's like, once you find that thing that you love to do and you can do it often, that is gonna fill you in the sense of you don't need someone else. Is that what you're telling me?
What I'm trying to say is like that base level of happiness, like that's what everything depends on. Cause like let's say you work in some job that you hate, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like your base level of happiness is gonna be way lower than somebody who's doing something they love every day, having the time of their life every day, no matter who's around and all that. Like, like their base level of happiness is gonna be way higher. So when your base level of happiness is like really low, because the rest of your life is like really mundane and like not really fulfilling you, like anything that takes it up just a couple notches, you'll accept into your life. You know what I'm saying? Like even if it's someone that's mostly bad for you, but you know what I'm saying, they got a couple little good perks, and it's like you'll accept that because it's like, hey, it's better than the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying?
Damn,
like,
man.
When the rest of your life is amazing and beautiful, like it's like your standards are higher. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like if you, because like I'm not saying most people would bring you down or something like that, but I'm simply saying like you're very, because once you realize how amazing of a time you can have, like just you're already happy. Like if somebody's not bringing you up, and especially if they bring you down, like you won't accept that. Like it's like no, like I have a better time without you. You know what I'm saying? Like but like true. When you do find somebody that either adds happiness or, you know, maintains the same level that you already at, it's like, whoa, let's kick it. And if they go, it's still like I'm still good. You feel me? Like, I don't know.
Nah, bro, that's a big deal. That's what you think, Jay?
Nah, like, yeah, I agree with that, because, like, yeah, I mean, I never really broke it down to a science like that, but, you know what I'm saying, if you just by yourself and you're happy already, then your tolerance for bullshit goes out the window. So,
man,
it's like honestly, man, the perfect way to live is to just accept that the shit that you have and being grateful for that. And the more grateful you are for what you got, like for me, like when I realized like all the shit I had going on for myself, like all the times people try to put me down and shit, like that shit went away. Cause like, you know what I'm saying? Like I went through that a lot. Like people, like for the longest, people would like really shit on me, and I didn't understand why. But then, you know, I practiced gratitude. Word of the day, gratitude. You feel me? and I practice that, and it's like, man, when you realize like, nah, you the shit, it's like then when the world starts bullshitting you, it's like, well, that's cool that you feel that way, world, but you know what I'm saying, I think I'm above all that bullshit, so you know, stay out of my life. And so then your focus just stays on the positive, and then out of nowhere, magically your life just get better. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I should write a
Facts
book.
Up.
You feel me?
Yeah, bro. Shoot.
Look at that, man.
These are major facts.
So, keeping that baseline happiness, you know, just striving to increase your base level of happiness, and like a trick which we hear all the time, you know what I'm saying, I see it in all the Instagram posts, is to practice that gratitude. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Practice that gratitude, you know, and just do things.
Like literally.
What's up?
Go ahead. I feel like you was on something.
Yeah, man. I was just saying to do things and to seek out, you know, activities. You know, maybe people, because it's you know, it's good to have friends. You know what I'm saying? Friends.
Absolutely.
You know, just anything that you can do to raise that base level of happiness. And I'm not saying drugs, motherfucker. I'm not saying drugs. I'm not saying drinks. I'm not saying any of them quick fixes, them quick base level happiness increases. I'm talking about them real base level happiness, you know, increasers. You seek those out. Once you raise your base level of happiness, your tolerance for bullshit is just boom. And it sounds like, man, that's a huge way to have a successful relationship. You feel me?
Facts.
You feel me?
Facts.
Now,
and
see,
like,
what's up?
Go ahead. Nah, you sound like you about to say something.
Yeah, nah, I was finna change the subject. I mean, not exactly change the subject, man, but if you still on that same subject, shit, what you got?
Oh, nah, it's a different subject.
Oh, facts. Well, fuck it. I mean, I was gonna say that I want to hear some of them JMS strategies, you know, of just how it goes in the motherfucking relationships, you know, because I be feeling like this shit's a game, man. It's some motherfucking game, bro. My dog told me over and over, man, and you know, I ain't listen. He was like, bruh, you gotta stop spending all your time with that girl.
Oh man.
Yo, he's like, you spending too much time with him, man.
Oh man. Oh, let's talk about that. Is there such thing?
Y'all sure you don't want to talk about that? That's game, man. I don't know people. Man.
You said
bro,
what?
We no holds barred on this podcast, man. Hey, bro. Hey, we started with some healthy, holistic shit, bro. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? We gonna end on some healthy, holistic shit. You know what I'm saying?
Man, this guy said don't spend too much time. You know what I think about that?
What? Let's
like,
see.
I say, don't spend like unnecessary time. Like when the time is good, when y'all are having good times, I don't see nothing wrong with spending time with a chick. But like it's once you know, let's say she start getting disrespectful or you start appreciating her less or something, you know what I'm saying, that energy just dissipates. That's when y'all probably need a, you know what I'm saying, like
just
step
take some
off.
space.
But like if y'all having a great time, and I truly feel that it's possible for literally a man and woman to like literally spend their whole lives together and just have a great time, like literally every day. I literally think it's possible, but let me tell you how it's possible.
Bro,
the
please,
true
man.
Connection. The true connection. Nothing beats. Like, I really feel like when God made us, like, he literally made some people for people. You know, for other people. Like, because there's, I can attest to this myself. There's definitely, I'm not gonna single nothing out, but there's definitely like times where I realize I'm like, whoa, like there's something of a higher magnitude between me and this woman and any other woman I've ever experienced. You know what I'm saying?
Yup.
Like, and like people say that don't exist, blah blah blah, but like it definitely exists, cause like it's like you can't even turn it off. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
usually like it's real easy for me just be like, oh yeah, she cool, you know. But like,
right.
But I'm just like, yo, like even when I try to turn this shit off, it just does not turn off. And I'm like, and even from the like instant, like the instant you meet these type of people, you know, like you feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like there's something. There's a bigger meaning. Or let me not say, because everything is equally important, but it's just like you just sense that there's some kind of connection. That's all I can say. There's some kind of connection that is not common.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's like, a big deal. That's a big deal. There's some type of connection that's not common. You can almost call that synchronicity. You know what I'm saying? That's what.
Oh yeah.
You know, that's what comes to my mind. You know, and you know, I feel what you were saying when you said, you know, you can feel that energy shift. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're with a female, and say even if you do have that connection, you got that connection, it's cool when y'all are together, y'all be vibing. As soon as you feel that energy kind of shift to like, you're right, she starts getting disrespectful, or you start appreciating her less, and you're like, that's when you need to take that step back and go into your own space, you know. And the best way to do it is try, you know, because you got to care about the other person, you know. That's a good thing. You don't got to do shit, you know what I'm saying? But it's good to care about the other person and try to just let them know that, like, hey, you know, I need some space for me. You know, I'll be back. You know, simple as that. I just need some me time. You feel me?
Right.
Jay, where are you during this conversation, dog?
I'm just paying attention and listening.
That's a bet, man. I mean, but you was the one that told me don't spend too much time, man. You was the one, bro. You was the one, and you wasn't wrong, bro. Okay. Nah, bro, that was a good thing, bro. You fucking helped me, bro. You fucking helped me. Fucking helped me, man. Yeah. When you know. Just a big deal that I am going to use in my life for the rest of my life is just to make sure that, you know, I get my individual time, man. That I make sure to come back and like confer and confide within myself, you know, just to understand where I'm at, how I feel, you know, what I am and am not liking in the relationship, you know, what I am and am not liking about what I'm doing. Boom, here's another thing, bro. I notice that whenever you know, it's common that whenever you get into a relationship, people can let themselves go. You know what I'm saying? My dog, you know, I can't tell you how many people I've seen that, you know, they be looking good. You know what I'm saying? Their physical appearance is, you know, exquisite, you know what I'm saying?
Yum.
and then they get into that relationship, man, and that shit start, you know, tanking, man. And you know, they start, you know, they don't be going to the gym as much. They don't be doing a lot of the things that they was doing when they was single that attracted the other person to them in the first place. So this is a huge deal. You know what I'm saying? This is why I'm always make sure I get my own individual time, bro, because it's like if you spend too much time with that person and you don't uphold your individual self, you know, we talked about that last time. If you don't uphold yourself and you're not you know, consciously every day pushing yourself, man, yourself starts to wear down. You know, yourself starts to regress. And man, once you start regressing, bro, you can start, you know, getting them feelings of like, you know, just some less than feelings, man. We ain't even got to go there.
I
you know what I'm saying?
Bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I definitely went through that at one point in my life. And I saw myself. I was like, man, we just out here having sex all day, but it's like I got other stuff to do, you know?
Right. Like, man, this sex shit cool as fuck, but man, I got bills, you feel me?
Hell yeah, it got to the point I wasn't working out. I was skipping class. I was doing all kinds of dumb stuff. Bro.
Man, I know exactly how it be, dog. We all know how it be, man.
But like, I definitely feel you on that, because it's like you gotta maintain that drive and hunger, because like I feel like our biggest biological drive is really, if we gonna be dead honest, our body is really just trying to smash, bro. Like,
and we have to master that shit. But yeah, keep going, bro.
You feel me? But like, yeah, so once that that biological need gets satisfied and it's regularly getting satisfied, the body kind of is like, oh shoot, I don't really gotta try no more. You know what I'm saying? Like we doing what we need to do out here.
Mission accomplished. You know? Looking at us. Real.
But like I realized, bro, to defeat that, is to get with somebody that let me not say forces you, but like y'all are both trying to be your best. You know what I mean? Like once you see like your partner is not slowing down, like they still on their shit, they still you know what I'm saying, healthy, you know, they still, it's like, oh shit, I gotta get on my shit too, you know what I mean? But usually it's me that be on my shit. Actually, let me not even say that because somebody might get mad. But either way,
right. I mean, I feel like a big deal is, bro. Ooh, here's another thing, man. The man got to be the leader. You know, I think you don't gotta be, but like, yeah, you know what I'm saying. You gotta be, you know what I'm saying, as a man. Because, like, let's hear it.
But like facts, bro. I literally like. The reason I think this is the case because I think it comes very natural. Like it's like I already know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like it's already in my brain exactly how we gonna carry this out. So we might as well just, you know what I'm saying? We might as well just stick to the program. Like this where we going. This what we doing.
Right.
This how we. I'm scared.
And what's even like, better, bro? What's even better that I will forever look for, or not look for, but like, you know, find attractive is like when you get with someone who like, all right, say I got my plan. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's go here. Let's do this. Let's do that. You know, let's do this. And she can be like, oh, have you tried this? It's like, oh, I like this. Like, have you tried this and that? It's like, this and that is good if you want to try that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, yes, I'm down. You know what I'm saying? I'm down to try that new shit. And it's like, for me, what's really attractive to me is when, you know, I got my plan. You know, I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna eat this food, I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna, you know, put in work here. Here we go. If a woman comes in and makes that shit better, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just makes that shit better. Like, oh, have you tried this type of syrup? You know what I'm saying? This syrup is like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't got no sugar. You know what I'm saying? This shit is healthy. This some raw agave nectar. You know what I'm saying?
That shit is highly attractive, bro. You know especially when she put me on some new veggies, bro. She put me on some new recipes, bro. I'm like, what? I will give you my children right now.
Oh man, that's funny as fuck, bro. That's funny as fuck. That's funny as fuck. That's funny as fuck. Damn. That's that true shit though, man. That's that true shit. Thanks. It's like, you know, as a man, you know, because I can only speak as a man, you know what I'm saying? But as a man, it seems like a big deal of what we're supposed to be doing while we're single is we're supposed to be creating this life that we enjoy. You know what I'm saying? Creating a life that we love. You know what I'm saying? Getting that mindset right, you know, getting your activities right, you know, because like as a man, it's got a lot to do with structure. You know what I'm saying? We need structure. So it's like we get that structure, we get them habits in place that are building us, and we're continuously growing and achieving and accomplishing. And then it seems like a woman, you know, just complements that shit. You know what I'm saying? Woman comes in and just helps you make it better. That's a fact, man. That's a fact.
Damn. But I think of where a lot of dudes get this messed up is like how do I say this? They put the cart before the horse. You know what I mean? Like, they'll be like, oh shoot, I need to get in a relationship and all that before they even built their own life, before they even like have like a kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Or like a place. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because I realized like because like it's a lot of energy expended in dating. You know what I'm saying? And being in a relationship and doing all those things, like a lot of energy gets expended, a lot of time gets used. And like if your other stuff is not straight, like, and you using all that time, like it's like, how are you gonna build unless this woman is helping you build the life that you're trying to build? Like it's gonna be hard to like truly build your kingdom, especially if like you're just with something, because like every dude has done this, bro. I feel like every dude has done this, has been with like the chick that comes around that's freely able to give them sex. Like she just, you know what I'm saying? Like she just, and it's like you don't know, like you don't necessarily think she's the love of your life or nothing, but it's like, shoot, she down to do all the other stuff. So it's like, shoot, I'm gonna kick it with this girl. I think that's a very dangerous trap. That is a very dangerous trap because one, you're like satisfying that biological need, and then when you satisfy that biological need, your body doesn't go as hard, and two, you're settling with the woman that you're with. So at the end of the day, like, the whole life becomes a settling. You know what I mean? Like you start settling for everything. Like let's say you accidentally like get this girl pregnant, and now you with a woman you don't love. You know what I'm saying? You spent all your time with her because you're just trying to get some sex all the time, and you didn't build your kingdom. That's a dangerous trap that a lot of dudes fall under, bro. Yeah. And that's why I be like a big proponent of discernment with women. Like, and I say, like, I really tell all my homies, like all my dude friends, like, do not settle unless she's the woman of your dream, bro. Like, cause what that does is like it forces you to get on your moves, like to get a woman like that. Like usually you got to be set up in every way possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she's like, you got to be on your game at on every level, like with everything. So it's like it really forces you to like level up your life. So it's like I think that's way better than like the quick and easy, because the quick and easy it usually turns. I'm not saying, because like you could meet the woman of your dreams and it could be easy. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like y'all could just meet and everything works out. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, let's go. But still, just make sure like this is like the woman of your dreams. You know what I'm saying? Like make sure like this is a high quality woman that you would not mind spending, one, your time with, and two, possibly even generating human beings with. Like you gotta be like you gotta put some standards on yourself, because like I realized, trust me, this is one of the biggest lessons I learned in my life, because like once I started putting standards on my shit, bro, like I started going way harder, because I was like, man, this is the type of quality of woman I want. Like, plain and simple. I'm not settling for nothing less. And like once I got on that stuff, bro, everything starts working out. Like, it's crazy how much of a motivator like beautiful women are. Like they probably don't even know. Like but it's like that's gonna be motivating.
Bro. I heard a theory where like, everything a man does is to get women. Some shit like that is, you know what I'm saying? Something along those lines. It's possible. It's motherfucking possible. It's the reason a lot of niggas get on their grind. You know what I'm saying? But a big deal of what I just heard, is that you basically created some type of ideal woman, and you were like, damn, you know what I'm saying? If I want this ideal woman, I'm gonna need to get my shit right. You feel me?
Thanks.
And that's huge, man. That's huge. A big deal, man. That you said is like settling for the wrong woman and then getting her pregnant on accident. No.
You feel
God
me?
bless, man. Man, I need to pour something out for my homies that been there, man.
Cause then, like, let's say you like don't love the kid as much. You know what I'm saying? Like, so much bad stuff could happen. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because like, if you don't love the mom, if the mom is not someone that you're just like, fuck, like my whole life, like I'm trying to do everything I can to keep, I just fuck with you heavily. You know what I'm saying? A million percent.
Exactly.
If you don't fuck with the mom 1,000,000%, my guy, how you think you gonna feel about the kid?
Right, bro. Right.
Especially
dog.
if she a bad baby mama. You know what I'm saying? Your life's fucked.
You feel me?
I don't mean to say your life's fucked because it's a lot of dudes in that situation. So I don't want to say your life is fucked because it's not.
A lot, bro.
Matter
of fact,
you made it harder.
I beg to differ that the vast majority of men are in that position. Like, they just with some woman just because she giving them sex.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
He's right.
Like, it's not the woman they actually want. It's not the woman they actually, you know what I'm saying?
Big deal. I'm about to say it. The hero's journey, the hero's path is traveled alone.
Way to go,
You kill the dragon, my nigga, and then you get the princess. You feel me?
Oh shit!
At least that's in the video games, man. At least it's in the video games and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I know a big deal of this journey and this path, man, is, man, just accepting, you know, accepting that a big deal of your life is going to be spent alone. You know what I'm saying? Like the majority, you know what I'm saying? A great majority of your life is going to be spent alone. And a big thing about, you know, differences between men and women, bro. A big thing about women is they're always going to have so many options. You know, it's going to be hella niggas out here in their inbox, hitting them up when they go to the store. You know what I'm saying? You know, this, that, and the other. Right. For men, you know, I feel like there's a threshold. I feel like there's a line that you have to cross in order to get there. You know what I'm saying? To where women are.
To have that type of abundance, right?
Yeah. But until you get there, it's like that's just something that I guess only I'm sorry. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. You know what I'm saying? Only, you know, I guess it's for both. It's for both male and female. You know what I'm saying? Because there are women who are less attractive, okay, in some people's eyes, that probably go through the same thing of just, you know, dealing with understanding that, you know, rejection. You know what I'm saying? Rejection and, you know, not everybody gonna like you, and, you know, you are building yourself into an individual that person that you're wanting, if you want one person, is going to be attracted to. You feel me? And on your way there, you know what I'm saying? On your way there, like you said, man, just make sure not to settle for anything less than what you're worth, dog.
Right. And something else I'd like to say is, like, some dudes be like, nah, you know, I can get that beautiful woman or whatever, that 10 out of 10 in my eyes or whatever, like just being the man I am right now. That's true. I'm not saying that a man cannot do that. All I'm saying is it's going to be a little harder to keep that woman that has all these options when you don't got nothing going on. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
like, if you, like, yeah, you might catch it for a couple nights. You might catch it for a week or two. But, you know, the instant she realizes, like, it's some better shit out there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
bro. JMS strategies, like, where you at, dog? Where you at, bro? This what I'm wanting from you.
Dudes. Man, that's all I be telling dudes, bro. I'm like, man, if you really want, like, that woman in your dreams, yo, you got to build the life of your dreams. You got to be the man of your dreams. You know what I'm saying? like
man, because you're right, bro. Because it's like there's another man who's like taking, you know, who's asking to take this female on a trip. You know what I'm saying?
You feel me?
This dude's asking to go on a trip, and you're here living at your mama's house. You know what I'm saying? Where do you think she gonna go, bro? And like, ironic as fuck, bro. Ironic as fuck. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even.
Yeah, my mama got a nice crib though.
There you go.
I love you, bro. You funny as fuck, man. But yeah, I mean, you're right, bro. And I fuck with it heavily because, like, at the end of the day, you know, as a man, you gotta understand that, like, the shit transient, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta build for yourself, man, which is why it's such a big deal to love what you're doing. Love what you do. Because it's like, they'll come and go, you know what I'm saying? They'll come and they'll go. Hey. They might just come back. And then they might just go again. Oh, hey, there's JMS strategy. JMS strategy in this bitch with the A.
I don't claim that name, though. I don't claim that.
Thank you, bro. You're right, bro. My fault.
But not, I guess, like, the whole thing I was trying to say is just that, you feel me? Like, all I'm saying is, you know, the whole, like, be on your grind, right? If you want a relationship, you know what I'm saying, that go for it. Like, if there's people who really want that, you know, ain't nothing wrong with that. But I'm just like, yo, like, I'm kind of with Ike on that. It's like, yo, there's so much to do. Like, it's just so much, you know what I'm saying? We don't got time to waste. So that's the paradigm I'm in right now. It's like, yo, men and women both, like, we all should just be working. Like, if you're ready to sit down, settle down, and be with somebody and really put in that effort, go ahead. But it's just so much out here. This world is crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a movie. You know what I'm saying? It's like, live your movie. You feel me? So that's the stance I'm holding right now. It's like, Yeah, just like
yeah, same.
Don't waste your time.
I always feel like I never get what's the word too attached, like, because like I'm always like it don't matter what's happening between me and a female, I always keep like my threshold of like attachment to a certain level. Like it's never going above a certain level, and it's good that it's like that. Like it motivates me, one, to stay on my stuff, you know what I'm saying, to keep moving, keep grinding, keep, you know what I'm saying, because like I always know, like at any day, any moment, any second of time, this woman could be gone any second, any day. And like always remembering that that's the case, it one makes me appreciate the time that I spend with her more, and it two make sure that I'm always on my moves. I'm always, enjoying my own life, and just knowing that I'm living my life. I'm not living our life. I'm not living her life. I'm living my life. You feel me? Like, and she just happens to be there. You feel me? Like, and it's like, once I started thinking from that perspective, I will never be heartbroken again, ever. Like, wow. I don't like, after I reached that realization, like, it don't matter what any type of woman does. It's like, okay, I already had that as a possibility, you know what I'm saying, in my mind from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, and there's no expectations anymore. Like I think a lot of people, quote unquote, get their heart broken because they got all these expectations. They got like, this is how she gotta be, this is how she gotta act, blah blah. And if she doesn't, oh no, oh my world, you know what I'm saying? Nah, bro. Like
my world. Oh man.
That's why I always gotta maintain, this is my life. She just happens to be in it for the moment, and we gonna enjoy that shit. You feel me? Like we gonna enjoy that moment. You feel me? But like, you know what I'm saying? It's no expectations beyond that for nothing. Like, it's just what happens. We all live in our own movies, like Jay said.
That's healthy, bro. That's healthy as fuck. Cause it's true as fuck, man. Cause you're right, bro. Anything can happen, and I love it, bro. I love it, bro. I love it. To just always maintain that understanding that I'm living my life. I'm not living our life. You know what I'm saying? At any moment, this person could whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm enjoying this moment. And that's that. No expectations. How do you keep that attachment low in your mind? You just be thinking those. You just have an understanding that there's no reason to be attached.
I mean, I always have one foot in, two toes out. You feel me? Like
2 toes.
Like you feel me? Like,
yeah.
And it's just like, I just know that at any like the way I keep the attachment down is like, whenever I start feeling like, oh wow, this is great, you know what I'm saying, I hope this lasts forever. Whoa, stop. It's like, whoa, this can end at any moment, fam. You feel me? And that, but like every time I think that, it makes me like
I know
it makes me like
awkward. My bad. Hey, I actually gotta go.
All right, bro.
Man. I think we came to a good stopping point. What you think, Ike?
Facts. Yeah, we Gucci, bro. We big Gucci.
Cool.
So man, for now we're gonna sign out. I got that Meta Drip signing out.
Yeah, it's Hurric4n3Ike with that WaveCast. Cast, we out here.
Yo, Jay, you know what I'm saying? These are my bros, man. These young men are smart as shit. And let's get this money.
Always.
All right, man.
All right, peace out.